Okay. So this is the beginning of my series on how to run skeet every time, American Skeet. We're going to start with station number 1 because it seems like a good place to start for lesson 1. So, okay, so before we shoot together, let's talk about what we're looking for. So when we're at station 1, our foot stance is here because we're going to draw a straight line from our heel to our toe to our break point, which is going to be just above this stake right here, or at least it should be depending on which range you're at. Now, when we look up, what we see is the house, this left corner of the house above us, which the clay comes out of and goes out overhead. It's going to be like right around this area. Then the second target comes from the low house and it's going to come right up here. So what I'm looking for is not this like really tight hold close to the house, because what's going to happen is the clay is going to go past your barrel and you're going to be behind it, right, trying to catch it, and the second target's going to get past you because you spent all this extra time. What we're going to do is we're going to put our barrel right about here, right? The target's going to come down, we're going to catch it, right, like a baseball with our barrel, and we're going to catch it much sooner than we would if we held back up here. You saw that bird just pass me. And then what's going to happen is the second house, as we catch this one, is going to be right around here, and I'm going to break it right here. Ideally, both breaks should happen in this zone between here and about halfway across the field, okay? So from here, or I guess a quarter way, because this is half. So between half and a quarter is where both your breaks should be. So let's see how that looks. All right. Normally you would have a puller. Today I'm flying solo because none of my cousins wanted to come help. So I'm about to start paying them. Let's clear out this box here. So yeah, just like I said, first thing we're gonna do is look at the targets, and then get my gun ready. So we're not gonna hold back here on the house, right? We're gonna hold out here where we can catch that target, and then that second target's gonna come in and we're gonna go bang right here, okay? How am I gonna do this? So here's high house, right? Barely any movement on the gun. Doesn't take a lot. Here's low house, right? Like I said, about a quarter of the way from me to the other side. Normally I catch my holes. I don't have an extra hand right now, so sorry for the fuds out there who are gonna get upset about that. I'll pick them up after. All right, and then we're gonna shoot a double so you can see how that looks. Like I said, both right there in that quarter pocket from between the stake. Well, I kind of did it within a 16th, but you know, you don't have to. So I'll show you that one more time, the doubles. I'm barely gonna move my gun for the first target, right? So it just barrel rests right out here, bang, bang, okay? Let's show you what that looks like. Right, so that one was even cleaner because I'm starting to warm up a little bit. It's just gonna stay right there in the general zone, okay? So yeah, let's go on to lesson 2. So something that feels kind of important just occurred to me, which is that some of you may potentially have no issue hitting your first target, but when it comes to the double, maybe that's where you're dropping a target, even if it's one target every 4 games. If it's what you're having an issue with, I think I can tell you why. And almost every time someone is frequently missing one of the easier targets on the field, like a target at station 1 or station 7, it's because they're not taking enough time. So that's another thing, you know, when it comes to holding your gun further away from where the target comes out, that actually gives you more time to think about your first shot ergo more time to think about your second shot. So it's important not to try to hit it within a window more than you try to hit it in general when it comes to shooting a moving target like this. So I'm gonna snap this first target, and then I'm gonna take some extra time to hit the second one, so you can see just how much time you have, because it's like 4 seconds. I mean, everyone watching this video has a 4-second reaction time, and you can hit both targets every time at station 1. I mean, let's just get into it. You know, I'm gonna hit the first target, and I'm gonna take some extra time to hit the second one, so you can see just how much time you have to aim and focus on that second bird. Right, I cut that one in half, but let's just keep going. So you can see, this is not the tempo I usually shoot at, but this is for the sake of learning. All right, that one was a little too quick. Show you one more good one where I go slow. I'm not going to cut these videos up too much because I don't want people saying that I don't actually hit the targets every time. Right, so you can see, if you wait an extra second, it becomes more and more impossible to hit that extra target, and that's what you want, right? Because you want to hit 100 of these in a row, so you really need to make it as certain as possible that you're going to hit the target. So focusing on just rushing and looking cool out there is not going to actually help you win any tournaments. Okay guys, so that's lesson 1 on how to run skeet every time. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and like the video if you like the video.